Okay, so ready to dive into something pretty interesting today.
Always.
Right. We're going to be looking at whether we can actually predict someone's future
Okay.
based on their past. And the source material we're looking at is this excerpt called Why I Do Not Attend Case Conferences
Interesting.
by Paul Meehl.
Uh-huh.
So you're probably thinking, what does avoiding meetings
Yeah,
have
exactly.
to do with predicting the future,
It
right?
seems a little counterintuitive.
Right. That's exactly what we're going to try to untangle today.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So what did you think of the excerpt? Like, give me the core idea here.
Well, Meehl, he was a pretty prominent psychologist.
Yeah.
He basically argues that we can't reliably predict an individual's future just by looking at their past.
Okay, see, now that's interesting to me because I feel like we use past behavior to make judgments all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, think about like
Absolutely.
hiring decisions
Yeah.
or choosing friends or even just, everyday interactions, right?
You're right. We do. And that's where it gets kind of tricky.
Yeah,
Because Meehl isn't saying that past behavior isn't relevant.
right.
He's just saying that while we can see, we can see trends
Yeah.
when we look at big groups of people, aggregated data, trying to apply those trends to predict what one specific person will do
Right.
is often wrong.
So we can say like, on average, people in this city buy ice cream when it's hot.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that every single person
No.
is going to go out and buy ice cream when it's hot.
Exactly. And there's so many things influencing people. They're complex.
Exactly, yeah.
And to take it a step further, Meehl argued that relying too heavily on someone's past to predict their future can actually be harmful.
Oh, interesting.
Because if you think about it, if we label someone
Yeah.
based on their past mistakes,
Right.
we may limit their opportunities or treat them differently.
Yeah, you're putting them in a box.
Yeah.
So is that the reason why Meehl doesn't attend these case conferences?
Well, that seems to be
Yeah.
a core part of his argument.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He suggests that case conferences, because they focus a lot on a person's past
Right.
to make decisions about their future, they might be falling into that trap.
Wow. That's kind of a heavy thought, right? Like,
Yeah.
what led him to that conclusion, though? Do you know?
He did a lot of work on
Yeah.
clinical versus statistical prediction in psychology.
Okay.
And what he found was that by using these statistical models,
Uh-huh.
which analyze these large data sets to identify patterns, that was often more accurate
Interesting.
than relying on a clinician's judgment.
Wow. Okay. So, I guess the next question is, if we can't solely rely on the past to predict someone's future, what other things should we be considering?
That's the question, isn't it?
Right.
It's a reminder to look beyond just, what
Yeah.
we see on the surface. What are their aspirations, their support system,
Right.
their current circumstances?
So it's like, what is going on in their life right now?
Exactly.
Not, 5 years ago or 10 years ago.
Because there's so much more to a person
Yeah.
than just their past.
Yeah. Just thinking about this
Yeah.
deep dive and everything we've talked about, it really is eye-opening
Yeah.
because it makes you realize how easy it is to like pigeonhole people or just
Yeah.
box them in based on what happened in their
Precisely.
past, right?
It's a good reminder to be open-minded
Right.
and consider the whole picture.
The whole picture. Absolutely. Okay. Well, anything else? Any other thoughts before we wrap up?
As you move forward, I'd say just think about those situations
Yeah.
where you might be making these predictions about somebody.
Uh-huh.
Think about, are you really looking at all the factors, or are you letting their past overshadow their potential?
Ooh, that is
Yeah.
a really good question.
Yeah,
And something for everyone to think about.
definitely.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for joining me for this deep dive. It was
Thank you.
really interesting. And until next time.
See you then.
Yeah.